Welcome, everybody, back to the latest Insight podcast. My name is Elizabeth Finocchiaro. For those who don't know me, I am a breathwork guide, teacher, mentor to help you really listen to your spirit, your soul, your heart, your body, your mind, everything, so that you can be more confident, more clear, and more connected. So, I have been working with people for almost a decade, and it's the art of my life. And this podcast is also a part of a joy that I have. And I, again, always start the episodes by just giving gratitude to everyone that listens. Thank you so much. Everyone that's like giving me stars on Spotify. Like when I check sometimes, I'm like, there's a new one. It's like, who's doing this? You guys are amazing. And the ones that reach out to me and say that the impact of the podcast really matters and is really resonating. Just thank you. Thank you all so much. So, latest insights is exactly what it implies. Like a lot of my titles of my courses, it's like very straightforward. What are the latest insights? Like, what's been going on? So, the last episode was right before I went to Sicily, and we ended talking about land and family and ancestry and all these things. So, my trip to Sicily was amazing. It was so good to connect to my family. It was so good to practice my Italian. It was so good to be in the sea and eat the food and show my partner also the land and my family and everything. So, it was just, yeah, incredible the whole time. Really, I was able to log off. I took intentionally, I think around 12 days off of work. And yeah, I was able to really enjoy and be in kind of vacation modus. So it was really nice to connect to my roots there. And I think when we do that, there's, at least for me, there's like different parts of me that get to be integrated, parts of me that, yeah, I just feel are so important, like family and roots and culture. So that was inspiring. And then coming home, slowing back into work, slowing back into the offers, and now even feeling like, okay, fall is coming, the summer is coming to an end, and feeling the season change. Like we're right on the doorstep, or right on the doorstep of a season change. And there's so much power and there's so much energy in a season change. The past couple years for me has definitely been about connecting more with nature in a supportive way, using nature as a guide, using nature as a mirror. And the biggest time for that is the seasonal change, I feel, and also the seasonal peaks. But now going into fall, it's like really a different vibe. It's more of this harvest energy. It's more of this, like, for me, it's a calming down energy. It's a really like, what do we have? You know, from the seasonal farming perspective, fall was all about how is the season? Like, what do we have on the table? Like, what do we grow? What can we harvest? Because you can't really make something right now. Now is the time that you see, like, what do you got? What did you make? And that is an incredible time for reflection. It's an incredible time for routines, or just like anchoring in more routines and kind of just being like, where are you at? Do you like where you're at right now in your life? Is there something that can change? Is there something that can shift? And I just think this is such a beautiful time of the year to evaluate and make shifts. So I'm feeling the feels. Even though I'm more of a summer person, I love the warmth. I even grieve when winter is over. And where I live, it's a big winter. There's a lot of snow. It's really cold. But I even get sad when the winter is moving because I can just feel the change of seasons. I'm like, things are changing. So yeah, just being curious, how is the seasonal change for you? Maybe where you live, you don't have these, like, fall, spring, maybe you have rainy season, not rainy season. Like maybe it's different for you, but just noticing the seasonal change. And for those in Norway, for those in the Northern Hemisphere, how is it like going into the fall? Because it definitely has an energy, it definitely has a vibe to it that we can ride the wave of. So it's been a bit calm lately on my end. I've been listening a lot. I've been healing, I've been reflecting, I've been kind of myself also going into what do I have? Like what's my harvest this year? What am I sitting with? And where am I gonna kind of complete some things? So last winter solstice, I went through this huge process where I realized that winter is all about clarity. Like winter is all about reflecting and kind of like dreaming. It's like kind of this dreaming liminal state of clarity. Like for me, that's kind of my experience now. So now it's kind of like ending. For me, it's like almost ending a cycle, even though it feels like winter is the end of the cycle and spring is the new cycle. But we're getting to the other side, right? So like we're in the middle now. So if the cycle starts in spring, ends in the winter, we're actually in the middle, going more towards the end of the cycle. So I'm feeling this. And I'm also reflecting a lot in my life, personally and professionally. Where am I at? Where do I want to be? Am I on path? Am I on track for the things that I want in my life? What can I refine? What can I focus more on? What can I not focus on? All of these things have been coming up for me a lot lately, and I think they're important. So sometimes life is taking a lot of your attention. Life is lifing, things are busy, but having time to really reflect on like, where are you? Where do you want to be? What's important for you? Are you working towards that? Are you making it important? I think is essentially very important. Some people are much better at that than others. So just noticing where you're at, because I think sometimes you can get caught up in life. So I don't mean to say like you protecting projecting, but it's this idea that reflecting for yourself. Are you somebody that knows what you want and is actively keeping yourself in check? Or are you someone who's kind of just going with the flow? You don't really know what you want, but you're happy, it's all good. But you're also feeling like, oh shit, like, would have been nice to start working on that one thing, or kind of finding a sweet spot. Because if you're always thinking about your goals, and like that's also a controlling thing if you're always on that side. So like this balance, this beautiful balance. Inside of the ripple effect this month, the topic is back on track. So it feels very aligned with the season. I'm really excited for the week. We just started day one yesterday, and I was speaking about how, so Ripple Effect is my mini membership. It's $29 a month, or if you stay, no, it's $49 for a drop in and $29 if you stay for 3 or more months. It's a Telegram group where once a month I spend 1 week in there doing audios. Right now, there's over a year worth of audios in there. So every month for the past maybe 14 months or 13 months, I've done a week worth of audios. Every week has a topic. And I'm hearing from the clients in there that they've even gone back to a week that I did last summer, and it's serving them so much. So it's very organized. It's not like you get lost in all the content. It's very organized, and you can choose the topic and kind of listen to all the audios. And it's an incredible place to be. So if you want a little place where it's not like Zoom calls and all this like interactive stuff, taking your time and screen time, but you want to tap into some of my wisdom, my energy, my stories. The ripple effect gets a lot of behind the scenes stuff because I'm just tuning in from wherever I am that week. Like later I'll be in Copenhagen, so I'll just be talking about when I'm in Copenhagen, what I'm doing, what I'm learning. And it's just such an incredible place to be. So if you kind of want to just tune in, that's such an amazing place. And it's included inside the Breathe Live membership. So if you've been thinking about the Breathe Live membership and you want to do breath work with me and my master classes, my meditations, like do the work with me, that's Breathe Live. Ripple Effect is included. So you get that included. So this week is the live week of August. And I was talking about how it's really important to find this balance between this compassion, open energy and this more accountable, responsible energy. And again, take it or leave it. This is just my vibe. This is my thing that I'm bringing, and you can do what you want with the information. But I think it's important to have compassion in life. Obviously, it's very important to have compassion. It's very important to be open, loving, kind, soft, gentle. I think these qualities for me are just so important. Even in, for me being attracted to masculine men, like I need a sense of openness. Like my partner, he is very strong in his boundaries. He's very clear, but he is can be connected to his open and softness. He's not always there. He's staying in this more I would say the other side, this clear side, this more of like a rock side, where I tend to stay more in this open and soft side. That's why we complement each other so well. But we really need both. I mean, this is a classic conversation of the doing and the being, the yin and the yang. But when it comes to our goals and like accountability in life, when you're reflecting, where am I at? Am I where I want to be? Am I working towards where I want to be? Am I doing things that are going to be good for me in the future? Like this type of stuff, which is like important adult type of reflection work. Feeling into, are you being compassionate and are you being accountable? So not just compassionate, not just open, not just kind and so loving and all of these things that are incredible, but are you also being honest, accountable, strong, courage, like having courage, being clear. So the combination of these two energies are going to be so important with moving things forward in life, like to really notice where you're at and where you want to go. So that's a little bit of the vibe. And a lot of it is happening inside of the ripple effect right now, which is amazing. And what else is going on? I'm feeling this inspiration lately. It came yesterday when I started with the ripple effect. Like I want to set a goal. Like I haven't set goals in so long because I've been more energetic driven, which is so important. Like I said, again, the energetics have to be there. It's like the energy and the accountability, very important. And I'm like, I want to play with a goal. Like I want to set a goal for myself. I don't know what, a personal goal and a professional goal. And I'm kind of feeling into what that would be. A personal goal probably would have to do something with my fitness or my in shapeness, how I'm feeling in my body. And my professional goal would probably be either an income goal or a client goal, like the amount of people I have in a program or a course or something, and just really play with that. And it feels really good because I stopped doing that for a while because I only focused on energetics. I just wanted to feel and really solidify this relationship within myself where it's like I don't get myself down and I stay in the process and I stay, in really working on my saboteur energy, like not sabotaging. And now I'm like ready to, because I think if your saboteur is really alive in your life, because if you're putting any type of soul work out there, or you're putting yourself out there in general, your saboteur will get like activated. And I'm starting to understand that the saboteur, this is like my own personal reflection from my own inner work, is most of my saboteur energy is actually shadows of a younger version of myself. So the shadows that you're experiencing right now, it might not be something that is of right now. It can also be a shadow of something from a younger version of yourself. So there can be a part of yourself that doesn't believe a certain thing, or that feels embarrassed, or feels like they don't fit in, or feels like they're not good enough, or feels like they have to prove themselves, or feels like they don't have what it takes. And that energy cultivated over time has created a type of shadow around it, a protective mechanism. Shadow is a protective mechanism. And that protective mechanism can come in today still. So if that is still really strong in your system to the point where it like really impacts you, I think setting goals can be a little bit counterintuitive, counterproductive. Because if you're setting goals, but the shadow is so strong, you're going to get disappointed and you're going to like fall into this kind of vicious cycle. So in my life, I really stopped setting goals because I knew I wanted to set goals from a different type of energy. I wanted to be able to hold all of the experience within my goals. I wanted to be able to commit to my goals. I wanted to be able to hold my goals no matter what. And this has definitely been one of my things the past year or two, is to hold the vision no matter what. And it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy at all to notice the outer validation stuff, to notice the emotional fluctuations, the doubts, like all of these different things coming in. Because it's easy to hold it when things are working. It's easy to hold it when people are validating you. It's easy to hold it when like things are flowing. But how do you really trust and hold an energy when you're not really getting the validation that it's going to work? And I think goals need that energy to really feel good. So you set a goal and it's backed by this feeling of, I'm going to see this through no matter what. And I think that it comes with challenges, because sometimes seeing things through is like just going to the finish line, like really being present and going for it. Other times you notice like, okay, maybe this isn't aligned right now, or I'm noticing that I'm falling a little bit short on this thing right now. And it's just like constant feedback, constant growth, constant kind of shifts that you can make. Is this making sense? I feel like I'm rocking and rolling here, but not not maybe in a complete comprehensive way, but it's going. Makes sense for me. Mm-hmm. So, what would it be like for you to make a goal and allow yourself to ride the wave no matter how it looks like? Because we want everything now, right? Want some things yesterday and you want some things in a week. But could you wait 6 months for something? Could you wait 2 years for something? Could you wait 5 years for something? But if you don't set the goal and if you don't set the energy now, then you're just waiting for it to fall in your lap. And some things fall in your lap, like it does. Is that, the way to move through life completely? That's totally up to you. But I love this co-creation. I love to see what I'm made of. I love to see kind of like what can I contribute to? But it really is a slippery slope, because you can start to really make an effort to something, and then you notice the effort is coming from a place of lack and control, and it's not coming from this flow, trance-like flow state. I really want my life to feel like a trance. This is something that's been really coming up lately. Like, I want to feel like I'm in a trance, in a good way, in a sober way, a sober trance. Like, I really want that. I really want my days to feel fulfilled and easy, in a way of like there's movement, even in the challenges, even in the things that like there's it's just like a little moment in the song that's feeling a little bit loud and feeling a little bit chaotic, but I'm still in a trance. And you cannot be in a trance if you're not in your body. So when you're in the mind, you're not in a trance, you're in a more analytical planning. So I just really want to get to this place, you guys, and I'm getting there more and more and more. And I'm really noticing the times that get me out of the trance. The doubt, the I shoulds. So the shoulds are really getting you out of your trance. And I know you've heard this like 100,000 bajillion times. Like, don't should yourself. There's layers here, you guys, because I have been hearing this for 20 years. Maybe not 20 years, 15 years. Don't should yourself. You should do that. You should do that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that doesn't feel right. I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. And then it still happens. It's a slippery slope. It comes in many different disguises. But I'm really feeling a new level recently. What if you could get to a point where nothing is a should? What does that mean for you? It means that nothing that you do actually is the value. Like, nothing that you do is determining your value. Nothing that you do, or how do I say this? When you should do something, there's this idea that that thing needs to be done in order for you to feel a certain way, right? That thing needs to be done in order for you to be good enough. That thing needs to be done in order for you to be a good entrepreneur. That thing needs to be done in order for you to be a good teacher, a good guide, a good girl, a good boy, a good father, a good mother, a good whatever. Now, of course, like, be a good person and, like, there's obviously beautiful, sacred responsibility. But for me, it's like a resting in, I am the thing. That thing is not the thing. I am the thing. Like, how much are you putting you into what you're doing and what you're making and how things should turn out and how you should do that thing, how you should do it that way? I've also been told that so many times the past years, like, really do things your way, do things your way, do things your way, do things your way. And I'm like, sounds great. Like, but your way looks better. I'm going to do it the way you're doing it because I don't know how to do it. Like, there's layers of this. Even though in the outside I'm really doing things my way, but there's just endless layers, you guys. Endless layers of this, where it's just like in the end, you're completely free. And even there is like, there's no end. Yeah, what would it look like if there was no shoulds in your life, but still sacred responsibility? Like, you still are accountable and responsible for the things that you got going on. This is a new way of leadership. It's a new world that's opening up, going more and more and more out of techniques and other people's strategies. I was listening to one of my breath sessions. I was doing one of my breath sessions, but I was also listening. Was I listening? Anyway, I was doing one of my breath sessions on Sunday, and I got to a point where I was like, I said a sentence that said, don't lose your breath to a technique. And for me, that was like, whoa. That basically sums up my ethos of, like, don't lose your breath to a breath technique. Don't lose your soul to a technique, to something you should be doing. Whenever there's a technical thing, it's not a unique designed thing for your soul. You can put your soul into techniques, but if you keep your soul in a technique, you'll lose it. And this is why soul work is so abstract. It's so new. It's so like, what the fuck are we doing? Because you can do it in so many different ways and it all gets to work. But it's backed up completely by soul confidence, soul worthiness, soul value. A lot of soul stuff is coming up for me lately. Mm. I held a masterclass inside of Breathe Live called Less is More. And it was a lot about the balance between, when do you rest, when do you do, when you focus more on your energy, you can do less because the energy is more charged and all of this stuff. The ancient scripts talking about how the being is fueling the doing, and let the doing actually come from the naturalness of the being. You can find all of this, thousands of years of people reflecting on these topics. And I really like that masterclass. I feel like it hit so many subjects. We also talked about the soul unique design and how you can't force, you can, no, you can force things. You can definitely force things. But that's also putting your energy into a technique, into a should. It should be here now and look like that now. You'll lose your soul that way. You'll lose the spirit. You'll lose the freedom when you do that. It's such a thing. So there's been a lot of reorganization happening, and that does happen when you get more and more connected to your soul, to your unique personality and your flavor and what you're supposed to do, and or not supposed to do, but like what you're kind of meant to do and the way that you're meant to do it and all of this stuff. And I truly believe, like, I think I was coming out of the shower yesterday and I got this insight of, until the technique, so the thing that like the way that you do it, let's call it that, until the way that you do it matches your soul, until they become a good match, you're just going to constantly just be trying to find that match. Because that's what we ultimately want. We want the way that we live our life to be in tune with our soul. And when that happens, there is a like universal principles of giving and receiving. There's universal principles of reciprocity, like these feelings of, I'm in a flow state, I'm in a trance now, like, because what I'm doing is completely in tune with my soul. Like, this is working. I'm excited about it. When you're excited, you become more magnetic. When you're confident, you become more magnetic. People want to work with you. People want to talk to you. People want to connect to you. You want to connect with people because you're excited and you're like connected. So I just realized that sometimes in business, for example, because I have a soul-led business, because my business is completely about like just teaching and sharing my own experiences and guiding people into their own experiences, I realize that when I'm feeling stuck, when I'm feeling like things aren't working, of course it's an inner, can be also an inner sabotage shadow, but it can also be like, okay, maybe this isn't the way I'm meant to be doing it. Maybe that connection isn't fully there. Maybe I just need to tweak it and kind of try something else. And I think this is when people get very discouraged in business, and especially creative businesses. I mean, I think business in general, that it's like, oh, my idea didn't work. It's like, yeah, but you just tried one thing, or you just tried two things, you just tried three things. Where it's like, did you try, like, why is there a condition there? So it's like, you want this thing, like the goal, for example. I want to feel like I have a successful business. I want to feel like things are flowing. I want to feel like I'm giving value. I want to feel like I'm actually doing what I want to do, like sell courses or to guide, because ultimately you want to guide people into da da da. Like, you have a mission, like you want to do things, like, come on, like, let's do this. I want to do this. I want to make this happen. And then you put a limit to being like, well, I only have 3 chances to figure it out. And if I don't figure it out in those three ways, I'm quitting. It's not good enough. I'm not good enough. It wasn't meant for me. So we put conditions on our creative process, where creative process for me is an unlimited exploration of curiosity between expression and soul. From now on, after this shower realization, this insight I had yesterday, I am no longer putting an expiration date or a condition onto how many times I have to figure something out until I get a soul connection. I'm giving myself unlimited opportunities to refine, to get back on track, to, wiggle around, to try something new, to do a new thing, to stop an old thing, to just course correct. Like we're not, like we think we have to nail it on like the first try or the second try or the fifth try or the 100th time, but we don't try 1,000 times and love the journey as we're doing it. That's a huge piece. Trusting the journey, trusting the process is something I've struggled with for so many years. I hated the process. I just wanted the result so that I could like finally just be like, I'm good enough. I did it. Instead of being like, the creative process is good enough. This is what I'm living for. This is amazing. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And in that honesty, so here's like a caveat, here's the next level here. So we want to find that soul connection between what you do and the soul being there. Because then we'll get kind of success in a way. You have to define success for yourself, but for me, success is when I feel good, I feel fulfilled, what I'm doing works, it's sustainable, it's making an impact, I'm contributing, I'm getting taken care of, like everything is working. Like that for me is success. I feel peace, I feel good, I feel confident. So if that's the goal, that's the thing I'm going for. Me not enjoying getting there is obviously a whole other conversation, and I have a masterclass called Trust the Process. This is really good because like I said, I've struggled with this, but this next level thing is you just being honest about, oh, I would love to be there. I would love to feel that more. I would love to like reflect on what that means. Like what am I not feeling about my soul right now? What is this not feeling like? How the way I'm doing this right now, how is that not like captivating my soul? Just by you being honest and reflecting on these questions and being in that frequency, you're there. Didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. Felt more clear in my head. There's this quote that I found. I was going through my phone yesterday and like really cleaning up pictures and things because I just have so many pictures and like it's a lot of stuff. I need to organize. I need to delete some stuff. And there was a quote that I took a screenshot of. I wish I could remember the name, and I don't know if I'll be able to find it like on the spot right now. But the idea was like when you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling like you're not connected, when you feel like nothing is working, just, yeah, I'm going to paraphrase it. And then, if you are the author of this quote, I really want you to say who you are. The paraphrasing was, if you're down, if you're feeling disconnected, if you're not feeling like you're doing your soul, work and nothing's working, just being honest about that is you being connected more to your soul. Just being honest about your true emotions and really where you're at and really what you're sitting with is exactly where you're supposed to be in the path. I have clients coming to me. I had a client coaching call this morning and she was like, I'm ready. Like, I feel ready, but I'm not getting it. I feel ready, but I'm not getting it. And I said, yes, there is a part of you that's ready, for sure. But there's a part of you that's also not ready. And that's the part that is not letting it in. So there's often a process that needs to be walked. There's a path that needs to be walked. And it often requires being honest with your emotions, sitting with your disappointment, sitting with your sadness, like just being honest about like, this is where I'm at right now and this is how I feel. This is what I want. and having a bit of a, forward momentum to be like, and I'm going to keep aligning. I'm going to keep course correcting. I'm going to keep getting back on track. That's the week inside the ripple effect this week, back on track. Like, I'm really looking forward to this because it's so important to have these conversations, because we all fall out. Like, it all happens. You have phases, you have days, you have seasons where it's like, I just don't feel that connected to my soul. And I'll be honest, a little personal thing, the past couple of years have been challenging for me. I've been dealing with some personal stuff that I have never experienced before that definitely put a damper on my soul. And in retrospect, it's interesting, when I was looking through pictures of this year on my phone, I was like going through and deleting things, and I saw, friends visiting, I saw my godson, I saw some vacations, I saw this, I saw that, I saw animals, I saw, just friends coming on over to my house, I saw coffees, I saw amazing dinners, I saw date nights, I saw, little pictures of myself where I felt good, I saw camping trips. I was like, wait, okay, there's so much beauty as well. There has always been so much beauty. But sometimes when things happen to you, it's hard to see the beauty. It's hard to see it. You can only see it in retrospect. And when you go through something that dampens your soul, when you go through something that puts an impact on your vision of yourself, you stop trusting as much. Very hard to connect to your intuition when you don't trust. Very hard to connect to other people when you don't trust. Because then when you stop trusting yourself, you also stop trusting other people, and you stop trusting the world in whatever degree that you stop trusting yourself. So there's a reclamation process that is available for all of us that have gone through things that have really dampened your soul. Sometimes it's a season, and there's so much strength. So even though something intense happened, you can still see so much beauty of the past season of your life. There's so much beauty, there's so much love, there's so much amazing things that you're doing, but that dampening of the soul is always there. So it's kind of like you're doing things through it, like you're really showing some strength. And at some point, that dampened heaviness will start to dissipate, and your soul will feel more safe. And what I mean by soul is your unique personality. What you like, what you don't like, what you feel, what you think, what you need, what you want. Like, for me, that's a soul thing. It's a personality thing, not an ego thing, because ego is like personality plus manipulation in a way. Like, you need this in order for that. This is more just like a truth thing. What works for me, what doesn't work for me, what I need, what I want, from a place of, it doesn't matter what I get, it doesn't matter what you do, it's just more like, this is my truth. That's really hard to connect to when trauma is in your body. It's very hard to connect to when you go through intense things in your life. So there is a reclamation process for us that's available for all of us. Now I'm getting this feeling in my head that I get when I'm talking about things that are important or resonating. Do you guys get that, like, little ringing in your head, or like little, yeah, it's like a little vibration or something? Yeah. Used to be like in the left back, now it was like in my whole back head. So we're getting back on track. That's the vibe. That is the whole situation right now. I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it for myself. I'm feeling it for my clients. Like, there's so much amazing things to harvest right now in this season. I'm going to be taking time to reflect and really seeing like what is a yes, what is a no, to my best ability, and to allow myself, and I want you to allow yourself to course correct as much as you need, and to really see, like, when have you checked out? Like, when have you tried 4 things, 5 things, 2 things, 3 things, and been like, no, it didn't work. I'm done with this creative thing. It sucks, or whatever. Like, let yourself have unlimited ways of course correct, and then you'll course correct faster, and then you'll find a soul connection faster. So I hope this episode has supported you in one way or another. There's some exciting things coming up in the brand. Breathe Live is always running. It's a membership, $99 a month. You get 2 live breathwork sessions, 1 masterclass or integration call. I fluctuate between teaching something or having a space with Q&A and hot seat coaching, and a meditation a month. You also get the replays for, many sessions behind and masterclasses, and you get my foundation course, which is my breathwork energetic, like really the foundations. If you like breathwork and that type of inner work, if you go through the foundation course, you're going to be like on a whole other level of what we're doing. And you get liminal, you get the ripple effect. It's just such an incredible space to be in. I feel like there was another, what was it? Facilitate. You also get Facilitate, which is a 3-day course about being the facilitator of your life. So there's just so much content there for you inside Breathe Live, and it's an ongoing membership. So it's just really supposed to be there with you as you grow. I have members that have been there for years, and it's just like the place. It's just such a beautiful place to be. My breathwork training program is coming up in September, the online program, 6 months. This is for you if you want to hold more space as a facilitator. You are already a facilitator, or you work with people and you really want to get more into this. Maybe you're a coach or a therapist, but you haven't done much, deep transformational work with the body or the breath, and you want to add that into your practice. This program is going to be for you for sure. So the group is forming, which is very exciting, and we are starting on the fall equinox, and we're going to end on the spring equinox. So we're going to go through that, darkness together. And there's also a retreat in Hurdal in November. It's optional. It's an add-on if you want. And also, if you're a past client of mine that have done my program in the years, you can join this retreat. So it's an open retreat for people currently in the program or have done the program before. 5 days or 4 days together, where we're going to practice and just be in the in-person vibes together and do sessions. So that is really exciting. You're really welcome to reach out with any questions that you might have if you're interested in joining the program and becoming a breath worker. It can also be for your personal life too. So maybe you want to be able to have sessions for yourself. Like maybe you're realizing like, this is a tool that I love so much. I want to learn how to guide myself through these sessions so that I can do that for the rest of my life. Or I want to learn how to guide my children or my partner or my family or friends. Like I just want to have this tool. Like it can also be like a school for you to learn and just be in, but not have to make a business out of it. So you're really welcome to, like I said, ask questions, reach out. I'm really excited about this program and the group that is going to form. So I'm sending you all so much love always from wherever I am in the world. And I'm again, just thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. It brings so much joy and inspiration to my heart. And there's also my ease retreat coming up in Lofoten. If you're interested to go to the north of Norway, it's just such an incredible, beautiful place to be with the sun or with the sea and the mountains and the northern lights and this beautiful place that we're going to be with incredible food, sauna, all the things. So if you're interested in that, it's coming up in the beginning of September. And as always, you know where to find me if there's anything you connected about my offers. I'm doing one-on-one immersions in Gjøvik as well. If you want to do a weekend together, I put together this really exciting offer and also other one-on-one offers. So just take contact with me if you want to see coaching opportunities and also breathwork sessions and my immersions. So thank you for being here, and I will see you next month for the next episode. So much love. Bye, everyone.